So today we are going to see the production of vinyl chloride monomer, and the process has these components: ethylene, chlorine, dichloroethane, vinyl chloride and hydrogen chloride. So I have already taken these components. Next is selection of method. Here is supposed to use poly SRK from polymeric group. So you can just select poly SRK from here. So it depends on you. You can just keep this by default as common. So that is not a problem. Once that is done, you can click on run property analysis. Since I have already run it, I will directly go to the simulation environment. Here, this step-by-step procedure is given to simulate the process. So there are two main feeds, ethylene and chlorine. They are stored as gas and liquid respectively at so and so temperature and pressures, and the flow rates are given. And finally, they are going to be mixed in a mixer block. So I will add first of all these two streams. This one, S2. I will write it as C2H4, and then this is Cl2. I will take a mixer. Now I will click on next. First is C2H4, that is so 70 Fahrenheit and 1000 psia. Its flow rate is given tons per hour, and since it is pure, mole fraction of ethylene will be 1. And then I will click on next. I will put the details of chlorine. Chlorine is in gaseous state. Its temperature is 70 Fahrenheit and 150 psi. So 70 Fahrenheit and 150 psi. Its flow rate is given as 50 tons per hour. And since it is again pure chlorine, then the mole fraction of this one will also be 1. I will click on next. Unlike previous flow sheet, here the mixer block's outlet pressure is also given. So we are supposed to put that pressure here. So pressure is outlet pressure. So we are supposed to put a positive quantity here, 2, an atmosphere. That is what we are given. And I will run. You can see on the left bottom corner that the results are available. We can again go to the flow sheet and we will go to the next step. The next step is mixer outlet goes to a reactor which has which is running at 363 Kelvin and 1.5 atmosphere. So I will but remember to see what type of reactor it is. So I have put it just in the next bullet that in the stoichiometric reactor the so and so reaction is taking place. So actually that reactor is again a stoichiometric reactor, which similar to what we used in the previous tutorial. So I am going to use R stoich. I am going to connect this to R stoich. Then I will complete the streaming and I will click on next. The temperature and pressure of the reactor is given as 363 Kelvin and 1.5 atmosphere. So it is 363 Kelvin and 1.5 atmosphere. Once this is done, we can click on next and we can fill up the reaction. Reaction is given in the tutorial. The chlorination of ethylene takes place. Select ethylene plus chlorine with a coefficient of 1 each, and the product is C2H4Cl2. Product is C2H4Cl2, and the fractional conversion of ethylene is given, so it is 98%. So 0.98 of ethylene. We will click on next, and now the reaction is also completed. We can click on next button to run it. You can again see on the left bottom that the reaction is completed. Now the next step is after the reaction, the next is mixer, which is operated at 1.4 atmospheric pressure, allowing mixing of the recycled stream with the reactor product. So here I am going to add mixer. Here I have written that and a recycled stream is also going to connect to this one. So when I will complete the next part of the process, I will connect and another stream from the next process here in this particular mixer. So right now it will be just a simple one stream connecting to uh, this mixer. I will connect another stream to it, and will click on it and will write 1.4 atmosphere, which is given. I will click on next. Now the output is then condensed fully to liquid phase in condenser before being pumped to the evaporator. So pressure required is higher. It is about 26 atmosphere. So we cannot compress it. So better we will first of all liquefy it. So in order to liquefy it, we will use a heater, and we will again connect it. The outlet, as I have written here, the outlet is then condensed fully to liquid phase in a condenser at 298 Kelvin. So here I will click on this heat exchanger. I will write temperature as 298 Kelvin, and since it is condensed fully, so instead of pressure I will select vapor fraction and I will write it as 0, because that is condensed fully. This is done. I will again run it, and I will complete by this stage. Now the next is the pump. We are supposed to attach a pump. The pump discharges liquid at 26 atmosphere, and the evaporator changes the phase and also increases the temperature to 515 Kelvin. So I am going to use a pump here. I will connect this stream to pump. The discharge pressure is given, which we will again see it is 26 atmosphere. So it is 26 atmosphere. I'll click on next. Now I have to use an evaporator. Evaporator means again a heat exchanger with vapor fraction is equals to 1. I will click on next, and the temperature is given as 515 Kelvin. So it is 515 Kelvin, and pressure is not given, but we know that the vapor fraction, since it is evaporator, vapor fraction is going to be 1. So till this stage we have completed. I will run it again, and you can see again that the results are available. Now the next step is the outlet stream from the evaporator is then fed again to the reactor R stoic, in which following reaction takes place. So here formation of monomer is taking place. So what I will do is again I will again go to the reactor. I will add R stoic to it. And I will put another stream as a product stream, and I will click on next. The reaction is taking spontaneously at 773 Kelvin and 25 atmospheric pressure. So I will add 775 Kelvin and 25 atmospheric pressure. Now about the reaction. Detail is given as dichloroethane is converting to VCM and HCl. So I will click on next. Dichloroethane coefficient 1 is converting to vinyl chloride and HCl with 65% of conversion. So I will first of all add coefficients, and it is here 0.65 of C2H4Cl2. I'll click on next, and I will run it. In order to avoid the coke formation in the subsequent heat exchanger, because this is not this reaction which is given here is nothing but a pyrolysis reaction. It is at very high temperature and pressure, so better we will first of all quench it to the saturated vapor, and then we can cool the product into liquid form. So first of all we will quench it to the saturated vapor form. So again we will use heater. I will connect it. Okay, I will click on next. Temperature we know, which is given as 443 Kelvin, so 443 Kelvin, and vapor fraction is saturated vapor, so it's 1. So you can understand that the stream which is going to this heater is a superheated vapor. We can see it's vapor, temperature and pressure is very high. We'll run it, and now the next step is, as I said, the hot outlet vapor stream once is quenched to 443 Kelvin, then the quenched stream is again fed to another heat exchanger to condense it to the liquid, and so that it will be act as a feed to the distillation columns. So here I am adding another heat exchanger. I will add it here so that it will not become so much lengthy. Here we know that we are just supposed to convert its temperature from whatever was inlet to uh, to 279 Kelvin, and we know that it should be in the liquid form, therefore the vapor fraction is 0. I will click on next. Once it is ready, stream S1 is going to act as the feed to the distillation column. Here we have to understand that there are two distillation columns of the form of DSTWU. Since they are of the form of DSTWU, the recoveries of the light key and the heavy key in the distillates are given in this table, and the pressures are also given. Understand that the column have 10 stages including condenser and reboiler, 10 theoretical stages, and the which is not I think mentioned here, but the total condenser is supposed to be used here. So I will add DSTWU. I will connect the streams. Unlike Radfrac, here there is nothing like stream coming from the upside of the condenser or at the bottom of the condenser. It is just one stream. Now I will click on next. As I told you, the number of stages, theoretical stages are 1, light key component. So now here the first column is going to separate hydrogen chloride as a light key. That is its main motive of the first distillation column. So I will select HCl, and it is recovery. Its recovery is 0.999. Heavy component is VCM, vinyl chloride monomer. So it is vinyl chloride monomer, and its purity is 0.1%, so 0.001 fraction. Understand that these recoveries are for the top. Now the pressures are 20 atmospheric pressure and 22 atmospheric pressure in the condenser and the reboiler respectively. So I will convert it first of all to atmosphere. This was also converted to atmosphere. Condenser 20 bar, 20 atmosphere, and the reboiler is 22 atmospheric pressure. I will run it. This is completed, fine. Now the next distillation column. First column separates HCl from other components, and second the VCM from the rest. We can see that since we have put this specification, S2 will be having HCl, right? So I will again add another column DSTW here. I will rotate it so it will go on the left side. I will connect this string which is at the bottom to this distillation column. I will again connect these streams. Now again I will click on next. Pressure, temperatures and purities are given. So number of theoretical stages are 1. The condenser pressure is 7.5 atmosphere. So better you first select these units, because understand that the pressure in the condenser should always be less than or equal to the pressure in the reboiler. So condenser pressure is 7.5 atmosphere, it is 8 atmosphere, and the recoveries are given VCM is 99.9. So I will select here uh, vinyl dichloride monomer 0.999 and dichlorine. This is dichlorine C2H4Cl2 0.001, right? Pressures are given, except all things are included. Then I will just click on next. We can see that the simulation is completed. Now the next thing is, finally the outlet of the distillation column 2 is splitted. I mean the bottom is splitted, ensuring 99.999% of recycle going to the process again, and the purging is done here to ensure that the accumulation of unreacted component will not be there. So that is what the aim of this final stage is. So I will do, we know that we are supposed to put a splitter here. I will rotate it again because it's going backward. I will connect this bottom string here, and I will mix it because I told you previously that this mixer is particularly for that purpose, and I will take one stream as a purge. Now what are the fractions? 99.999% of recycle to go to the process again. So I will click here. S4 P is the purge, S14 is the recycle, so it is 0.99999. Okay, that's it. We will close everything and we will run again. Okay, now the flow sheet is completed. So I hope you understand the simulation. Please feel free to ask the questions in the tutorial. Thank you.